I mean, I was tired of waiting, and up to this point, I thought I had been more than patient. So I felt the need to remind God that I pray, I read my word, I shout you out on Instagram with them God posts. I even pay my tithes on time. So God, I need for you to tell me why I still don't have a man to call mine. And in the middle of my prayer, I began to realize that I was never praying for a mate that I could settle down with. I mean, if I could keep it real, I was praying for a mate that I could openly sin with. I couldn't wait to post on Instagram about how God had sent me my man and how patiently I had waited. But when the cell phones and the computers were all turned off, my memory of waiting would begin fading. I would try to trigger his hot spots. I guess you could say I was interested in test driving, because for some reason we as human beings equate each other's cars as we learn to appreciate each other's value. We test the waters and we say things like, all right, boo, baby, we ain't gonna do nothing, we just gonna lay here with our clothes off, and next thing you know, touching leads to rubbing and kissing leads to sucking, and we become characters dancing to Beyonce's tune. I mean, we'd be all night because we decided to take our clothes off. But seriously though, God, I just gotta ask you, how could you create a mate for me? Create such a strong attraction and expect me not to satisfy me? I mean, even when Eve saw the fruit, she would eat. But the thing that we forget is that Eve didn't willingly eat. Y'all, she was deceived. Just as we are in our relationships nowadays, it seems that we keep settling for Mr. or Mrs. Right now instead of sticking it out for Mr. or Mrs. Right for the rest of our lives by just quenching to our faith in God. Messy mockeries of marriages are what we try to propose to you. And when we suffer the consequences of our actions, we looked at you like, how could you let this fall through? When in all honesty, you were only trying to protect us. Because we would rather focus more on being each other's flaws and all than taking a moment to step back and let you perfect us. And as I realized that the behaviors that I had patterned from relationship to relationship were no longer beneficial, it was in that moment that I learned to restructure my prayers towards me. Because I realized that I can't compliment my mate if I'm incomplete. So God, I am no longer asking for you to grant me a man. I am simply asking for you to grant me your hand. Help me to hold on and get through this singleness while everybody's posting statuses on Facebook and pictures on Instagram, and I am being challenged with my patience. Help me to learn the meaning of a wife through my relationship with you, because I refuse to be in another relationship where we're not sure where things are going, but I still do the things that a wife would do. Lastly, God, help me to see that being single and waiting is far from a curse, but it's a commodity and a stamp of approval, because when the right man comes along, he will know that I was yours first. All right?